Let's go. Baruch Hashem, we got to page 180. Bechor, which number? 180 and?
89.99 plus tax.
How much? How much? So we spoke in the morning that a person is supposed to do borer on Shabbat. When a person separates on Shabbat, he has to have three conditions. Yeah, I have, thank you. He's supposed to fulfill three conditions, Bechor. One is, does he have to do it with a hand, not with a special selecting tool. Second thing, he has to do what he wants, Bechor, from whatever he does not want. And third thing, Bechor, he has to eat it immediately. What does immediately means? So we spoke about a few opinions. Today, we're going to see further about this topic. Says Ravadia. And the laws of Borer applies only whenever there is a mixture. But whenever it's not a mixture, what is a mixture? Remember? Mixed. Whenever it's not mixed, the laws of Borer does not apply. So far so good? Понятно все? О, Бухари Гавзанан.
Продолжайте быстрее, времени нету.
Время нету. Mashiach is coming. Okay? Bechor is waiting to reveal himself. So you say. Okay, number 3. So says Avadia, is one allowed to remove a fruit from fruit to reach the fruit underneath other fruits? Bechor, I have pile of fruits.
Да, можно, мутав.
I want to take those fruits I don't want.
Да.
Now, whatever I don't want, what is that considered by Jewish law as? Whatever, parashiti. Whatever I don't want. What is that considered as?
Bad.
As bad, as garbage, right? As waste. Even though it's 100% edible. Fact that you don't want it, Akilov, it's considered to be as garbage. Bechor Famidim? If so, question to you, Bechor. I have a peel of the egg. Can I peel the egg and eat the inside?
Yes?
Why? You're taking the bad out of the good.
That's the only way.
Oh.
You cannot reach it.
So we said whenever that's the only access is by removing the bed, the peel, you're allowed to, right? Says Ravadia, what if Bechor, you have right now a lot of semichki, pile of sunflower seeds, but underneath that you have some almonds, and you want on Shabbat to eat those almonds. Can you remove the sunflower seeds to the side, David John? And pick up the almond and say bracha, borei pri ha'etz.
Yes.
You're removing. I see you. I'm removing the sunflower seeds, Yaakov, in order to take the almonds that is on the bottom. Am I allowed to do that on Shabbat, or the problem
Yes.
of borer applies over here? Huh? Why is that allowed, Bechor?
Потому что вы берете то, что вы хотите.
But I'm separating the whatever I don't want, the undesirable.
It's not your intention.
It is my intention. I'm removing it. I'm intending to remove it.
That's the only way to reach the good.
That's the answer. Because when do we say not allowed to remove the bad, the undesirable out? Whenever you have access to the desirable directly. But whenever you have no access to the desirable thing, это окружен. Закружен, how you say this in Russian? Huh? Окружен. It's fully surrounded with other things that I don't want. I will be allowed to remove the things that I don't want in order to get to the fruit that I do want. Понятно? It's like a peel of an egg. That you're allowed to take the bad out in order to take the good, which is the egg that you want to eat.
Gain access to allow to remove the thing.
When you don't have access, you're allowed to remove the bad things, the undesirable things. So far, so good. Akilov, you understand?
Мы же на субботу же чистим.
What? Eggs? Good. Why you allowed to clean the eggs on Shabbat? Because you don't have any other access to the food if you don't remove the bad. So when you don't have other access, it's considered to be allowed to remove the bad out. Got it?
Same thing,
Rav Yosef says the same thing is the semichki, sunflower seeds. On the bottom of it you have something that you want. It happens a lot when you have a mixture of nuts. On the bottom, there's a certain nut you want right now to grab, and the other nuts are on your way. So can you remove those nuts out? You're separating the bad, undesirable out. What we said? Is there other way you can get there? No. So that's considered to be as abalochka, as klipa on top of that fruit that you want to get.
Same thing with
Got
fish. Fish also.
Bechor, don't jump. There's other people here besides you.
Same
Yeah.
thing with fish. Also, if you don't remove the bad, you cannot eat the good.
That, Haga Shalom. If you what?
You cannot eat you remove the bad, the skin and the bones to eat the good, to eat the fish.
To eat the fish?
Yeah. We also have to, same thing, you have to remove the bad first.
If you need, you mean the skin is covered?
The skin is covered,
Of
the
the
bones,
fish.
the bones are inside.
No, the bones, the good is accessible without removing the bones. Right? The cover, the skin, I cannot get to the food without removing the cover.
You want to eat the rice, you want to eat it with the rice, like in 1 spoon, let's say. But you cannot, the bones are inside.
So now we have a question of borer. You know, that's why Bechor, Ashkenazim, do not have fish on Shabbat. They have gefilte fish on Shabbat.
No, kostочки.
Why? Not to have a problem of the bones. Because if you separate the bones out of the meat, you could have eaten the meat and separate the bones out. While you're eating the meat, separate the bones out.
Yeah, but I'm saying you want to eat the fish with the others, with the vegetables together.
So who said you're allowed to? You want to do the laws of borer violation in order to do that.
So
I'm not saying it's not allowed.
Is it allowed?
I'm not saying it's not allowed. I'm just saying there is an access to the
According to
food,
this,
right?
Is it allowed?
According to this, will not be allowed because you have access to the food.
Only for the skin you can remove. The
Right, the skin I don't have an access. The skin blocking my access to the meat of the fish.
The bones you will get.
But the bones you could have removed, Ashkenazim say, while you put the fish in your mouth and remove the bones. Got it? I was waiting for Chagai. Got it? ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. Okay? At the end we're going to learn that the bones to remove from the fish is also allowed, but if you have to do it immediately, and there is reasons why. Even though the meat of the fish is accessible without removing the bones. We'll see other reasons why. But so far, based on the reason we say that I have no access, that's why I'm allowed to remove the bed, the skin will be allowed to be removed, but the bones will not be allowed to be removed.
Because they are allowed to, you could just...
Сейчас, Бехор Джон, сейчас, подождите. До курочки дойдем, да.
руками.
Куда хотите дойдем. But everything in Bukhari say, Vach tu sa'adora. You know that statement or no? Vach tu sa'adora. Now we are not in that time. Oh, the Chaim of brothers are here. That's it. Almost the same height. Look at this. Come, Shmuel John. Eitan. B'li ayin hara. I think I know Eitan ever since he's born. No, Eitan? Okay, Payachali. We are right now on number 4. So 4 we did in the morning. Number 5. Okay. Now, Bechor, how much time considered to be immediately?
Half an hour.
That's according to your Torah. What about our Torah?
Right now.
Oh. So remember, separating is, I separate and I have to eat right now. Give us an example that is a very common mistake for ladies or men. Usually ladies do. Give us a few examples that we spoke in the morning. Remember, Bechor, about the pomegranate.
Yeah.
If a person wants to eat pomegranate, usually pomegranate is this big, especially in America. And the Torah says pomegranate is supposed to have 613 seeds. I think in America it has 1,200,000 seeds over there. It's infused with so much chemicals, I don't know what it is. It's a lot of...
713, I counted one.
713,
I
yeah?
was curious. I counted one pomegranate.
It's interesting that you got to the 13 number.
It was. I counted exactly. It was a little bit bigger than average. 713 pieces. I put everything in one bowl, one by one counted.
My relative counted 3 pomegranate. He said 3 came out 613. He said when he heard one rabbi in Yeshua says that the pomegranate has 613 seeds, he didn't believe it. He said, can't be. He said, I went to the store, I bought 3 pomegranates, I opened one by one, it said 613. I couldn't believe it. I said, Habibi, you got lucky. But sometimes pomegranate doesn't have 613. It's about to tell you, like, Jewish people are full of mitzvot, like a pomegranate has. But it doesn't mean it has 613. It came out to be that lucky you are. It came out to be that number.
Right. So it's more.
So now, Bechor, usually when a person is opening the pomegranate, he likes to already clean everything. He's already in the mood. Now, the lady wants to clean the pomegranate at 10 o'clock in the morning. And they're going to serve it at 12 p.m. in the afternoon when their husbands are going to come from the synagogue. They're not going to even serve it at 12 o'clock because they're going to serve it at 2 p.m. 2 o'clock because that's the dessert time.
If this is between the Sauda,
Is it a problem or no?
yes.
Big problem. Good.
But if this is between the Sauda,
What if she did it after 12 o'clock? We did Kiddush. And then we did Hamotzi, Netilat Yadayim Hamotzi. And then she did it.
it's allowed
No
to eat
problem.
by 4
She
o'clock.
did it 12:05 p.m. and it's gonna be eaten at 2 p.m. Это почти 2 часа после.
No problem. Это процесс.
Until when is it no problem?
Half an hour according to
נבורך. כל הכבוד בכל. Up to נבורך time. What is נבורך time? ברכת המזון. What if there is a house that they put slatki stol, dessert time, after ברכת המזון, and your wife separated the pomegranate, cleaned it, at 12:05 p.m. יעקב מונקי המחל יונה.
She did with the
break שבת דאורייתא רבותיי.
But that's for right now.
Huh?
She did it after Nebuchadnezzar.
She did it at 12 million, at 12:05. ברכת המזון was 1:30. תסלש מאיר.
If she did before,
She cleaned the pomegranate.
if she did after, right?
Aboy
after,
say, you are too close to the
Mazon.
camera and it's gonna make you a lot of disturbance. Chus, 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 chus. If you want to sit with the semichki, sit over there. Meir, at 12:05, she cleaned the pomegranate during the meal. At 1:30, 1:45 was Birkat Hamazon. Right after that, they served the slatki stol, dessert table. She put the pomegranate that she cleaned at 12:05. Allowed or no? Big problem. Halal Shabbat on a Torah level. Sekila, serefa, hereg.
Why, they have
No. They have maybe on Bechor Torah's Torah level. Current hour Torah, there is nothing to rely on. Don't eat semichki next to the phone, it makes a lot of noise.
Rambam say,
Go to the back and eat it.
Rambam say 1 hour.
Huh?
Мы просто правильно сделали.
Rambam say 1
our
hour.
opinions like this.
Oh, Meir is saying something very, very good. We're
Nobody
gonna
knows this. It's a secret I open.
some say what you're saying, Meir. But bottom line, we do not follow that. Bottom line. No shata, there's no shata dachak. You have to guide her. It's
Shalom
not,
bayit, shalom bayit.
not shalom bayit.
Hashem says we have to.
You know, Yaakov, some people make mistake for themselves and they say, Rabbi, my wife, shalom bayit. I told one guy, you know, you make a mistake. Why you do that? I said, Rabbi, shalom bayit. I says, you know, there was one person in first time in history. He said shalom bayit. You know who is he? I said, Adam HaRishon. He ate from the forbidden tree. Hashem said, what did you do? Ayeka. אמרתי לך לא תאכל, אכלת? You ate from the forbidden tree. I said, Hashem, shalom bayit. I said, shalom bayit, get out of Gan Eden. Get out of Gan Eden. Some people use that card. Shalom bayit, Gufta. Hashem knows that a shalom bayit, ili bayit shalom.
It's a trump card, Rafael.
Right now, if you don't have shalom bayit, then they give you arganet.
Yeah. Oh, Baruch is here. I think the sandwich keeper brought a lot of bracha, I see, huh? No problem. We can have semichki in the back. This way it doesn't make noise to the front. So Baruch can hear the recording very well. Okay? I posted, didn't work. I posted again today. Today I did, like 5 minutes ago. I posted. Yeah. Now, Bechor, listen to this. No, באמת, it's important halachot. Bechor, listen to this. Lady wants to clean banana. At 10 a.m. in the morning, gonna serve to a table at 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
Problem. It's not a problem. Banana has a clip with the fruit.
Very good.
itself.
Yeah.
Lady wants to clean garlic
Well, no.
Not allowed.
at 10 a.m.
Banana.
for the following meal,
Because
and she
banana
peels
has
the
Food
the
inside.
peel, and she does the grinding with the chorka on the other way around, like we learned. But she's gonna serve it at 12 p.m. Kasher or no?
No.
Why not?
Because she prepare it, if
Borer.
you pull it out, you have to eat right away.
Right away, very good. Bechor, right away, what does it mean?
Peel it and eat.
Very good. What she wanna peel it, wash her hands, smelly bad, go smell, wash the hands with soap, whatever, and then she wants to eat. That's okay or no? She has a minute, 5 minutes. She has. Good. Is it a minute, 5 minutes to the eating time, or minutes, 5 minutes to the beginning of the meal time?
Beginning of the meal.
After what do we go?
Meal.
After meal or after eating?
Meal. Eating. Meal.
Because sometimes by the time you're gonna get to that salad that you did right now with that garlic, it can be 20 minutes past. Because you started the bread, then you started the other salad.
No, once you start the meal, it doesn't matter.
Do
when
we
you
go
eat
after
it.
the meal or do we go after the eating?
Meal.
Boys, you all were sleeping in the morning.
No.
After the meal.
In the morning we said, we were following the eating.
Why eating?
That's what Rav Yosef said. Ben Ishchai said the meal, Rav Yosef says not meal. Eating.
Eating what? Garlic?
Whatever you peeled, whatever you cleaned, whatever you did borer.
It's not accessible, no?
Huh? It is not accessible. That's you're allowed to peel it. But the eating of the good thing has to be lealtar, it has to be immediate.
As long as the one person starts, so everybody has to start.
Depends what you did. If she peeled one garlic,
No, she believe for everybody, but one start, 5 minutes.
what did she peel? One
Yeah,
garlic?
If
Hold on. She peeled one garlic? How many garlic she peeled?
5, 10.
If she peeled 3 garlics and you started eating one garlic, how the other 2 were helping?
Hold on. I have
You whatever you peeled, you gotta eat right now. So if she peeled one and that one was eaten, then she peeled and she peeled another 2 also, and those 2 were eaten later on by another person. So those 2 were peeled and not eaten right away.
Why doesn't go by the meal?
Ben Ishai goes after the meal. Rav Yosef says those assumptions, meal,
By meal.
respect to people, that Ben Ishai also allowed.
How much is the meal start?
No, we're not talking that. When a person did the peeling, what the case I said? She peeled at 10 a.m.
Если preparation сделала,
She serves it at 12 a.m. p.m.
Let's say right before we started to do kiddush, right before, like 10 minutes before.
Right,
She made the salad with the garlic.
right.
Do we have time to eat, or we have to eat the salad?
So depends when you're gonna eat it.
The meal starts.
The meal starts, it takes time. If it's 5 minutes before kiddush, then you have the kiddush, then you have netilat yadayim, then you have amotzi, then you have salad, then you get to that salad, could be half an hour.
So, Rabbi.
So according to Rav Yosef, it's a problem.
Right, you have to make the kiddush, right? How much? Then make the salad.
Then make that peeling. No, salad you can do before. Just the peeling you have to do is after the meal before Birkat Hamazon. That will be the best way. Huh?
Solution for this.
Сейчас, подождите. What? Yaakov is talking. It's not nice that somebody else interrupts. Подождите.
You peel it, then you want to add it to the salad. So you do it after the kiddush?
If you want to be on the safe side, that's what you should do. After you did Hamotzi, the meal started. Once the meal started, then you have no time limitation.
Yeah.
Up to Birkat Hamazon.
Usually the salads are prepared before the kiddush starts.
Seder. So if you know that you have such an issue with the peeling, for example, tell the wives to peel it before the Shabbat. Put it in olive oil and whatever, and then she'll have it ready. Take it out from the olive oil and use it right away. This way she will not have an issue of time limitation.
But then you have no problem with.
Yes, Yaakov. Hold on. There is a line. Yes, Yaakov.
Селедка, рыба. Муж ушел в колесо. Жена готовит. Она может лук нарезать, поставить на него? Или надо будет ждать?
So it depends how small she cuts the onions. Yaakov is asking, I'll say in English for you to understand. The salted fish, herring, the wife wants to cut onions to throw on top of it. Does she have to also do it immediately or no? Cut it and eat right away or no? So the answer is depends what she's doing. If she has to peel the onion right now, so she peeled it now, borer happened, she's gonna eat it when the husband is gonna come. That's going to be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It's a problem. Yeah, not allowed.
But we said for the not happen borer, you're taking the onion with
Oh,
the basar.
very good. So Haggai is saying a good answer. If the lady is going to clean the onion, not the brown layer only,
Take a good
she's
part
going to
also.
take also a layer of the white part of the onion. So when she separated, she separated not only the bad out,
Edible.
she separated the good and the bad
Same thing
out.
with the garlic you can do.
No, garlic is very hard.
No, you can. There is,
Take some of the
sometimes
good
you cannot
also.
take the klipa because it's very hard to take. It's so thin. So you're taking with the garlic.
You have to.
Okay, if you do it with the garlic, all kavod. The Gemara says it's
piece of-
usually coming out with the garlic.
This
But
is
if
a
you say,
solution. This is a solution. Take with the knife. So you
Beseder.
not to have any issue
Beseder,
with the,
beseder. That will be a solution. If you'll do it together with the food,
any fruits. Then, orange, all these one you're taking with the things.
בסדר,
that's it.
אין לך עיניים, אין לך עיניים. You're right.
But question over here, you have to take all the garlic with the things, or you can
throw out the layer. You cannot have 10 centimeters
some-
thing and 1 centimeter here.
No,
I took some out.
some places gonna be without, some places gonna be with it.
Try to aim. Kavanah should be together with the food.
My kavanah to do right things, to not do
Chilul
chilul
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
בסדר. So try to take a layer of that garlic, a layer of that onion away with that peel. This way, you did not make melechet machshevet. Machshava was
You don't need to wait. You don't need to
Yeah.
do all this stuff. Yeah.
the best will be, as David said right now, prepare before Shabbat that garlic.
Usually they're selling the garlic ready.
Yeah, that's not the best
the
thing
problem.
to buy.
But why are you saying to keep this in the oil? If you're cleaning, why you need to
Oh,
keep this in the
Bechor,
oil?
do you know? Gemara says
Его нельзя покупать, да, кабачки?
better not to. I didn't say nilza. Better not to. Gemara says 3 things that if you leave open,
Guys,
peeled, chas v'shalom, damo berosho. Person eats it, chas v'shalom, not good things will happen to him.
Garlic, onion.
Garlic, onion, and egg.
egg.
Some say also lemon,
What about this?
spicy stuff.
What about this?
Person that eats a Gemara says, chas v'shalom, damo berosho.
It's a what?
In other words, chas v'shalom, death. No,
Okay,
onion.
what happens if
Today, Bechor, scientists found out that if you cut garlic, ili onion, and leave it in a room of
Take
a
all the
sick
bacteria.
guy,
Yeah.
all the bacteria in the room goes into that garlic,
Yeah.
goes into that onion. Sivonia International. Nauka.
Чего?
That if a person is having a cut onion, he sucks out all the bacteria in the room into the garlic.
So
So if a person leaves like such a thing open,
not-
let's say in
never-
the kitchen,
you're not
all the bacteria in the kitchen goes inside that.
never you leave it open over there.
So now,
Closing with the plastic wrap, or
So-
you putting in the.
so some say that if you're putting in a, some say if you're putting it in a plastic bag, like you're saying, it's kasher, it's good because the bacteria not coming. But others disagree. What they say, it has to be in a mixture of food. So they say the best easy way out is oil.
Oil.
Like this, it's not gonna be,
how about salt?
and in a container. So you have it in the oil, some say salt also. Best is oil. That's what this is Tzedek says.
Oil, so it's garlic, onion, lemon.
And eggs.
Открыто стоит на улице.
Or if you put
То же
something
самое
sharp
вода
into it.
открыта стоит,
Like a
энергия
knife.
туда заходит. Нет,
I don't know about that.
Heard.
это тоже
I don't
открыто.
know. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I don't know.
Нет,
Yes.
чисто открыто не можешь пить его.
Я беру чеснок, ставлю кушать.
No, you have to speak English, Bechor. You're in the United States of America.
My ear is spread. Garlic, I put inside, go to sleep. It's allowed or not?
Did you peel the garlic on Shabbat?
Garlic.
No, not Shabbat, regular.
What's the problem?
General, the fact that it's open is
He sucks all the bacteria. That's how you feel better.
Yeah.
That's exactly the reason. He sucks out all the bacteria.
Good for Shabbat, do it this or not?
So now you tell me, Bechor, what did we learn? Are you allowed to heal? Is this healing, lichenia on Shabbat or no?
Yeah, лечение.
Not allowed.
So it depends. Remember we spoke about
Which
3
stage?
levels?
Which stage you are?
Are you 100% healthy?
Then you're okay.
100%.
Are you 100% bed sick? You have to be in bed? No. So where are you?
Chilul Shabbat.
In the middle.
Chilul Shabbat.
In the middle. What is that? Are you allowed to heal
No.
whenever you're in the middle?
No.
Not allowed to.
Chilul Shabbat.
But what if you started the process before Shabbat?
Then you're okay.
Oh, before Shabbat allowed.
If you started the process before Shabbat, you can continue healing process on Shabbat. Remember this? We learned it. Very good.
Provided that if you wash, about
Rabotai, no talking. I'm sorry. That's not fair.
Yeah, this is you allowed to eat.
So eat after Birkat Hamazon.
No, you cannot.
Then you cannot.
The rabbi.
Between the Sauda, you allowed
What the
to eat.
rabbi else.
So you can't plan for after.
Got it? Okay, very good. According to the one,
מה עם ענבים?
we're going to learn on Navim. Shas, it's coming.
זה לא לקלב, אבל זה לקחת מהזה שלו.
Do borer
זה הזמן של הזה הגיע.
for others.
Ah, this is good. Moving is crazy.
Silence it.
Rabotai, Bechor, now you understand why it's so important to learn halachot Shabbat, especially Shabbat. Whenever I tell you that to learn halachot, this is a very important. Look how many violations people can break Shabbat just like that. Now a question to you, Bechor. A person that finished the whole Shas, Gemara Om's night, Zohar's night, Show's night, halachot Shabbat, he doesn't know. Is he going to be Mechalel Shabbat or no?
Yeah, of course.
But he finished the whole Shas, Shu Gemara, now he's night. He's not going to know the bottom line.
Chat GPT тоже знает.
That's why it's very
AI.
important to learn halachot Shabbat, not from GPT. Because this has a lot of mistakes, the GPT. The программа сейчас на интернете.
У меня вопрос, Квадрат. Не по теме, правда.
Но не дай бог, не по теме after 10 o'clock.
Я могу забыть, а вы в 10 o'clock улетаете?
No, я 10 P15 улетаю. In what manner can one do borer for others? So Bechor, now, so far we spoke about eating, selecting for myself. Can I do borer, selecting for others? Example.
If he likes it, yeah.
Example. You right now want to give a fish to your child, to your grandchild. And that fish has bones. Can you take the bones? You're not eating.
Yes, you can.
You did borer, are you not eating it? Somebody else is eating it.
For danger purposes or not.
Are you allowed or no?
Yes.
So says Ravadia, it is allowed to select
You must.
for guests only for immediate consumption.
Yes.
Because there is no clear proof that honor is considered a necessity.
Even for yourself, immediate use you can do it. So.
True, but if you remember in the morning we spoke, Ben Ishchai says, respecting others, it's also considered to be immediate use. Baruch says, Ravadia Yosef, you don't have a solid proof for such a thing. As I told you in the Bedin, there was a question about a lady, she wants to come to get married. So why you come to Bedin? Bedin, you come to divorce. She said, I have a question about my first get. The rabbi says there's a question. She was remarried to her first guy. And there is a doubt. She received a get from him, but we don't know who gave her the get. The Bedin that was behind was legit, somebody knows, or Chelebele. Kto это было?
Or bar mitzvah court.
I told you there was one lady that she didn't get a get. She went to Reform. The Reform gave her a get. Who? The rabbi get. The Rebbetzin gave her a get. The rabbi women over there gave her a get. I'm serious.
Rabbi Mani.
She get that get. She goes to remarry. With that get, she gives a birth to a child. What is that child? Mamzer. Then she has a problem with the second husband. Yes, happened. Then she has a problem with the second husband. And she found a third husband. The third husband was Orthodox, Bukharian.
Он на такую посмотрел?
Что ему делать? He was also divorced. His options are limited. So he says, okay, they go out, Akol Besed, they want to get married. Suddenly she comes to the rabbi, they want to get married. Rabbi says, were you ever married before? Of course. Yes, 2 times. I don't have good mazal, Rabbi John. Shmo Duote, give me a blessing. I want to finally, with this guy, that's it, one-way ticket. The rabbi said, no problem. Can you bring me the documents? She doesn't know. She's soda, she doesn't know. She comes, says on top, Reform Tembel. Ni Tempel, называю их Tembel. Tembel, знаешь, что на иврите? Meine Gastegi.
Dione.
Reform Tembel.
Shote.
Rabbi, women, Mrs. So-and-so. gave a get to this lady. Now, can you say, listen, maybe the first wedding
she
was not
can
even
be-
legit.
How she can be so down?
First. She tried to go to Orthodox rabbis. She go to this rabbi, no. Goes to rabbi, no.
That's
She goes to this rabbi, it just says yes.
has a problem
It's going to
with
cost
no.
you $20,000. We solve all your problems.
Like Simna.
She paid so much money. And the rabbi of the Reformed Temple gave her a get. No husband, nobody. The rabbi.
Why wouldn't the Orthodox rabbi give her a get?
But how can we give a get? We have no husband has to give the get. We didn't marry you.
Oh.
The husband married you. Torah says, "והאקל לא תמצא חן בעיניו, וחטא ולספק כריתות ונתן בידיו, והשאיר לך מביתו."
You have to give it to
If
her
he
hand.
doesn't like her, he has to give her a get asvedana pashliyu. But you cannot, the rabbi cannot do it for you. He didn't marry you. That's not the rabbi's wife. That's your wife.
Process it.
So why am I telling this before? Let's say we have a doubt. Can we say, listen, Atikash Nagiret, Rabbi, maybe it's kasher.
You cannot do that.
Maybe that get, not the reformed case, the first case I told you. We don't know. She says I gotta get vote. Rabbi Takoy, Sikoy, many years ago.
Must investigate. Must.
Can we say, hi, listen,
No.
Blazaz Akroj? Can we say such a thing or no? Huh?
ממזרים gonna come out, Yibi.
Safek, Eshet Ish, maybe she is a married woman to the first husband. Maybe that get was never a legit get. Nachon bechon?
Still married.
So she's still married. Says Ravadia, what's worse in Jewish law? To break Shabbat or chas v'shalom be married woman? What's worse?
Break Shabbat.
According to our Torah Bechor, break Shabbat is 4 times worse. If a person chas v'shalom praskaz nazil et grech женщиной, he gets choked, chek chenek.
Is that correct?
No. Obviously there's karet. Mitat bedin has karet, obviously. But there's edim and atra'ah, he gets death of bedin.
What if he didn't know?
Now, what is sekila a Shabbat? Here. 4 levels higher than the Eshet Ish. You understand what Shabbat is?
Sekila, no? Sekila.
That's when a person sees a man cheating on his wife. Ooh, такой человек плохой. С женой изменяет, такой. People look bad on him, nachon? They're supposed to look bad. But if a person breaks Shabbat, we say, hi, Rabbi, it's okay. On my druk. You will be embarrassed to say this guy is your druk, nachon? Nachon or no? This guy that cheats on his wife, goes on women, does all these bad things. You will be embarrassed to say that's your druk, nachon? How can a person say, this is my druk, mehalel Shabbat, Shem erachem on you that that's your druk? Tell me who are your friends? Tell you who you are. Skem tigulay, shkudat chodsh.
Rabbinic, when you solve that problem with the lady, or
Yeah, we had to contact the first husband. Still going right now. Didn't finish it yet. He has to come to give a get. Because we don't know who's that Bedin. Many years ago,
Then now
nobody
you have the
has
second husband.
records. No, he's talking about the first case. You're asking about the second case.
First case, also only one.
That's why
time.
Bechor says Ravadia to Ben Ishchai. Ben Ishchai, you saying to respect guests. That's also considered to be a need. Do you have a proof to that?
Gurney.
Or it's assumption? To do meishtak. Is it a proof? Maybe you're right, but maybe no. It's not a doubt on a married woman level. That's a doubt on Shabbat level. That's what says Rabbi Yosef. You cannot be lenient about the respect of the guests and say, "Whoa, they enjoyed immediately because I respected them immediately." That's not a valid reason. That's why you have to separate for immediate eating. Hamidim? Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen. Amen.